Everyone for joining us this morning. I know there's a lot happening in our respective businesses and our communities. So we appreciate your time this morning for a very relevant conversation. We've got a great lineup of folks from Avangrid and Aquarian and AT&T, and they're going to fill the community and our respective communities. I'm happy to be co-hosting this with my partner in crime, Bill Purcell from the Greater Valley Chamber. You know, we're doing all we can to continue to support the business. Really crazy time, if for nothing else. So with that, I'll pass on to Bill. I just wanted to acknowledge Avangrid and AT&T and Aquarian. They've always been so supportive of not just the BRBC, but I know also the Greater Valley Chamber and the business community at large. So we appreciate their time this morning and on their respective businesses and what they're doing during this time of uncertainty. So I'll pass it off to Bill Purcell and look forward to a good dialogue this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Dan. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. What a beautiful spring morning. And please forgive if you're not seeing my image today. I had a little technical snafu. And Dan, had I known this, I wouldn't have shaved this morning. But in any case, so happy to be with you. First, I want to say thank you to you, Dan, and your team. Last month, we joined together with BRBC in the spirit of regional cooperation with a forum with Congressman Jim Himes, which went very, very well. It was very informative to talk about the CARES Act. And today we fast forward to talk about how our utilities are responding during this time of crisis. To set the stage for this morning's program, I want to thank our friends from PURA, the Public Utilities Authority here in the state, who last week convened a statewide conference entitled Taking Action on Behalf of Connecticut Businesses, Public Utilities Response. And it was very successful, very well attended across the state. And I want to say thank you, a special thanks to Jack Bukowski, Vice Chairman and a Beacon Falls resident, a proud Valley resident who had hoped to be with us this morning to extend greetings on behalf of PURA, but is actually at a meeting at PURA this morning. I also want to thank Chamber Director Eileen Lopez Cordon, who conceived of this idea of taking that statewide forum and putting a local spin on it and featuring our regional utilities this morning. And as Dan points out, we have great representation, a lot about their response. So I'm going to start by introducing Ted Novicki, who was part of last week's statewide forum. Ted is the manager of key accounts for both Connecticut and Maine at Avangrid, and under his umbrella or under his wing is UI, SCG, and CNG. He spent 9 years at Avangrid working with C&I customers, industrial customers. He has a BA in government from Connecticut College and an MBA from UConn. And he currently serves, I didn't know this, Ted, as president of the Orange Chamber of Commerce. So Dan, he's one of our contemporaries. So Ted, thank you so much for being with us this morning, and I guess you're first up.
Oh, no problem. And I didn't want to steal your thunder of not having your video, so I've gone ahead and emulated that. I was having a little difficulties myself. So I'll just share my screen. Doing in this new and unusual place, and how we've taken action in response to COVID-19. So I'm going to start out by talking about some of the changes that we've made. These are all historical. They've already happened. We ended our commercial disconnects as of March 17th. As well as on the 18th of March, we sent out disconnection notices that were being sent out, had new verbiage, basically stating that we are not going to be disconnecting any customers. In addition, on March 17th, we began a complete stop of late payment charges. And we actually, on March 17th, also waived deposit requirements for new customers that were setting up their service. Or not, they owe a balance. So that is no longer a hindrance. We've also come up with different types of payment arrangements. So any commercial and industrial customer that's unable to continue with their existing payment arrangement can, or a more affordable monthly payment to really help customers and businesses that might be struggling right now to kind of avoid the short-term expense. Additionally, commercial and industrial customers looking for arrangements will be offered a low to no initial payment term, and that term can be extended up to 24 months. So you can actually extend your payment terms out 2 years. Additionally, with that, and right now we are really feeling the pain of the state more or less being shut for business for all non-essential businesses. So we've gone ahead and allowed a deferred first payment until July 1st of 2020 for businesses that are currently shut down. And order, there are a significant number of businesses qualify there. And again, services will not be denied. Service will not be denied regardless of a previous balance. So any existing balance will just be transferred to your new account. So if there's potential restructuring or you're opening up a new wing or new service, we are allowing these services still to go forward, and we will not deny that service. So in terms of what we've been doing as a company, and I do manage the key accounts group, which we really interact very closely with the commercial and industrial sector. We've really been proactively communicating, trying to get the message out about these actions we've taken, been donating, and we're working and trying to help customers saving. And my colleague Elizabeth Murphy will go more into her group's role there with energy efficiency projects. But what my group has been doing is in enhanced communication. So we have had proactive contact with C&I customers, as well as reaching out to our municipalities, trying to understand what their needs are, how we can help. If they have new businesses coming in, how we can help them getting set up. Additionally, we have been performing weekly check-ins on hospital facilities. Obviously, it's been a very fluid situation, and a lot of hospitals have set up remote testing locations, like you may know Yale New Haven Hospital, or health system rather, set up the testing on Long Wharf in New Haven. And additionally with that, we had a couple facilities that were not hospitals that became hospitals, like Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport and Southern Connecticut State University's that they had the capacity, the electric capacity to support all of the offerings and to be able to treat patients there. And additionally, with all of our hospital facilities, municipal priority facilities, and these temporary hospitals, we've been performing regular visual and thermal inspections of the incoming services, just to ensure there is no service interruption, given the critical nature of these frontline workers in the ambulatory care industry. We've donated $200,000 to support local business-centric entities and regional chambers of commerce, including 2 of the organizations here. But we've really been trying to also, like this venue, use our partners to get the message out. so that all of our businesses and all of our customers understand there are options available to you right now, and we are here to work with you. We serve you electrically and thermally for gas, and we want to be there in your time of need. So we have utilized this type of venue, as well as just working and reaching out with businesses in general. And ultimately, this is all to assist and retain existing businesses. Obviously, we do have construction still taking place, new businesses still trying to set up, but we just want to also ensure that we maintain and continue to support the businesses that are already established here. And we believe that a lot of these payment arrangements that we have come up with are going to do just that. Additionally, we have gone ahead and accelerated our private area light LED conversion. So private area lights are lights that you basically lease from our company here in Connecticut, the United Illuminating Company. And these are predominantly owned or rented by municipalities, universities, small, medium, and large businesses. So they enter into this contract to have the light out there, a lot of times for security, sometimes for visual aesthetics. But what we're going to go ahead and do is by accelerating this conversion, these customers are going to immediately see a 35% savings. And there is no customer investment. This is a capital project being performed by the United Illuminating Company. So there's no cost to the customer, just savings. So we did think that this was a nice way to give back to a lot of businesses and institutions that are feeling the pinch right now. And it again, it's no upfront cost. So this is a nice way to give back. And we do believe that this project should be completed by the end of September, with many of our municipalities already completely converted. And that's really it for me. I did want to share my contact information should anyone want to reach out. I'm holed up at home like probably the rest of you, so feel free, keep me some company. I'm happy to answer any questions and provide any assistance that would be needed. With that, I will turn it back over to Bill, I believe.
Thank you, Ted. Bill Purcell again. Thank you very much. And there is a function there that our audience can type in questions, but we will hold them till the end. So next up is Chamber Director and friend Samantha LeBon, who's the Community Relations and Economic Development Specialist for Eversource. Eversource, as many of you know, is a publicly traded Fortune 500 company headquartered both here in Hartford as well as Boston. It is New England's largest energy provider, proudly serving more than 3.6 million electric and natural gas customers in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Thank you, Samantha, for your support, your leadership here as a Chamber Director, along with Eileen. And the floor is yours, or the screen is yours.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on this wonderful Wednesday. So I'm going to be discussing how Eversource is supporting our electric and gas customers during this critical time. Some of these things may be very similar to what UI is doing. So here's just a little bit of overview of how we're here to really just help and support you. So for our small business customers, we as well have suspended all shutoffs for non-payments and late fees. And we've also extended our payment plan options, $0 down and 1-year payment arrangements with, you can have your first payment due on June 1st. And we also have a shutoff moratorium, so we won't shut off any of our customers through June 1st as of right now. And for our residential customers, as you know, maybe your business is, you know, your business has residents and people who live throughout the state of Connecticut. So as a business owner or business leader, it's important to know the resources that are also available for your employees. So the same things have applied for suspending any shutoffs, late fees. We've also suspended security deposits for new customers and for reconnects following any shutoffs. And we've also stopped all notifications about delinquent balances. We've been very proactive with our web messaging, talking about our special bill inserts, making sure that we're getting the message out there to our customers about how we can help during this time. We have provided weekly customer emails to our business and resident customers. And we also have a variety of flexible payment plans available with no down payments, any past due amounts. So coming soon, that's starting to kick off for Eversource. We have flexible payment plans for any of our customers. And it's important, if you need assistance for any of these payment plans, you have to request this assistance. And as well for Eversource, these payment plans can go up to 24 months. None of these are based off of financial need and don't require a down payment, have no fees and interest charges from the time of the pandemic to the end of the payment plan. And we also waive any fees or interest in the calculation of the monthly payment amount. So we have extended to allow any deferrals for the first payments to July 1st of this year if you are unemployed or your business is shut down. So we really want to help you for those who are really in need right now. For our business community, we have a dedicated team available to help you with any resources that you need, any questions that you have. We have created a toll-free phone number. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. It's 844-275-3301. These customer service representatives have taken the time to really understand all of the programs that are available out there for the business community. Programs that are available not just through Eversource, but the federal, state level, and other programs available. So if you do call in and you have questions that come up, they have the resources available to help you. So many of these programs you're probably already familiar with, but if you do call Eversource, we can continue to help and support you. For our residential customers, we have a wide variety of programs available in payment assistance programs. These are available year-round, so this is not necessarily just COVID related. These are available during normal times, not just in crisis. So we do have matching payment programs. These ones are available for income eligible customers, and an income eligible customer is determined by the Connecticut Community Action Agency. And this is where you maintain your service and any possible elimination of back balances when you make on-time payments and you agree upon a monthly payment option. We also have our New Start program as well for our income eligible customers that can eliminate any outstanding balances over 12 months when you also make an on-time monthly payment, and then Eversource will pay the difference. We will work with you if you need to come up with some sort of a budget for your payment. And also a great option is that if you know a friend or family member is in need, you can make a one-time gift payment towards their Eversource bill. Fuel assistance programs are also available, Connecticut Energy Assistance Program and Operation Fuel. And if you have any questions regarding any options available for our residential customers, you can call our normal customer service line, 1-800-286-2828. And you can also go to 211ct.org or call 211. So that really concludes my presentation here. The biggest message is that Eversource is here to help you. If you need assistance or you have questions, call the phone numbers that are here on this screen. They're really a great resource for you. We're here to help you, and we wish you the best of luck during this time.
Great. Thank you, Samantha, and thank you, Ted, as well, to both of you for keeping the lights on during this time. We're going to come back to Avangrid with Liz Murphy. Liz is the supervisor of the C&I Conservation and Load Management team for Connecticut and Massachusetts, Berkshire Gas up in Massachusetts. She spent the last 11 years working on behalf of Connecticut's residential and commercial tax ratepayers under the clean energy programs. She has an MS from the University of Connecticut and a BS in economics from RPI. And most probably, she is a graduate of Leadership Greater Valley, 2016. So, Liz, thank you for joining us this morning and for your leadership.
Thank you so much, Bill. I just want to confirm, can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Greater Valley Chamber and BRBC for providing UI with an opportunity to present our conservation and load management COVID-19 planning and response efforts. So I just want to note that the energy efficiency programs in Connecticut are administered by UI and Eversource on a statewide basis. So this presentation is going to cover the actions that UI has taken jointly with Eversource. As the COVID-19 situation continues to unfold, UI and Eversource have been working closely with the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, the Connecticut Energy Efficiency Board, vendors, and other regional energy efficiency partners and stakeholders to develop a very holistic COVID-19 mitigation strategy to ensure that we can continue to support our customers and clean energy contractors both safely and reliably. So our energy efficiency response plan is comprised of 5 phases: safety, engagement, innovation, planning, and installation. And safety, of course, continues to be our top priority. Effective March 18th, all contracted vendor on-premise energy efficiency work was suspended through at least May 20th, which is next week, to align with Governor Lamont's Stay Safe, Stay Home order. On the commercial and industrial side, the on-premise program suspension directly impacts our Small Business Energy Advantage program, which many of you may be familiar with. It uses contracted vendors to deliver energy efficiency projects to small business customers. All of our other C&I programs are fully operational and allow for work to safely proceed upon mutual agreement between the contractor and customer. So phase 2 of our strategy focused on supporting our workforce by deploying a complementary online training platform that covered many topics and technical areas of interest to our contractor base. We also stood up a COVID-19 Trade Allies section on the Energize Connecticut website and jointly hosted with DEEP, the Green Bank, and Department of Economic and Community Development a webinar series that was designed to educate our shared clean energy contractors on the various federal aid options that are available to them under the CARES Act. So in the presentation today, I'm going to focus on the actions that we implemented under phase 3, as well as what we're planning in phase 4, which is our engagement phase. So with social distancing protocol in full force, the utilities have actively been seeking out ways and adopting new ways to perform energy efficiency work, as well as flex some of our program requirements and support our business contractors, particularly those that have been most impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the earlier actions that we implemented on the C&I side is expedited progress payments for measures installed in partially completed projects. So this was really in an effort to improve our contractors' cash flow. Similarly, we implemented an in-process project waiver that allows for the completion of in-progress work so that existing small business projects that were signed prior to the temporary program suspension date of March 18th could move forward and complete despite the pandemic restrictions. Additionally, we're continuing to support the completion of work in unoccupied facilities through our larger C&I programs, such as Energy Opportunities or the Energy Conscious Blueprint program. We're finding that customers are taking advantage of the slowdown or the closure of their business, as well as reduced occupancy of their facilities to move forward with some of their previously planned energy improvement work. We are continuing to process all customer rebate applications and have issued extensions for 2019 rebates that have a March 31st, 2020 expiration date to provide customers with additional time to submit their applications. And then something that's been a really significant component of our mitigation strategy is looking at the virtualization of processes. So in an effort to overcome some of the challenges that have been presented by on-premise restrictions, we've introduced virtual inspections and have accepted them in lieu of on-site inspections. We've also allowed for other remote methods of verification, such as photos or videos that are able to satisfy inspection requirements. And along similar lines, we are in the process of leveraging our contracted vendor network to offer virtual pre-assessments to small business customers. And virtual pre-assessments are currently offered to both open and closed businesses. Following the virtual pre-assessment, customers are provided with a no-cost self-installation kit of instant saving measures, and just to name a few, faucet aerators, screw-in light bulbs, shower heads, and spray valves. These are the initial measures that we're offering to customers because we felt that they're suitable for self-installation. But following the virtual pre-assessment, once on-site services resume, we are encouraging customers to sign up for a more comprehensive on-site small business energy advantage audit to identify deeper opportunities to improve their energy performance. One of the most impactful ways that we can support our customers is to provide temporary financial relief to those that currently have energy efficiency loans on their electric bills. So for customers that are unable to make their on-bill loan repayments and request deferment, the utilities are offering up to a 90-day deferral of small business and municipal loan payments. And for our customers that choose to exercise this option, there will be, first and foremost, no impact to their credit rating, nor will the loan be sent to collections. It will not be classified as being in default, nor disqualify the customer for any on-bill payment arrangements. Where the utilities are actively conducting outreach to customers to ensure they're aware of the deferment process. We're definitely sensitive to the financial impact that the pandemic has had on our customers, particularly small businesses. So we're focused on providing solutions to ease their economic burden, while at the same time continuing to responsibly manage our CLM plan budgets and deliver cost-effective energy efficiency programs. So in terms of getting back to work, and as I mentioned, May 20th is fast approaching next week. So we are anticipating the lift of our temporary program suspension. We're very much interested in building a robust project pipeline and getting our contractors back to work as safely and as quickly as possible. So we are actively planning for post-COVID-19 activities, including enhanced and additional marketing to customers. We are looking at additional limited time incentives to spark program activity. And we're exploring small business loan options for new customers that commit to moving forward with an energy efficiency project this year. And in addition to enhanced incentives, we are looking to offer delayed loan repayment following project installation that could be used as a tool to increase customer cash flow. And we're also considering modifying our loan terms to lower monthly payments and, again, increase customer cash flow. I would say more than anything, our main priority at this time is to ensure that we're continuing to meet our customer needs in a safe and a timely manner as the pandemic and the resulting circumstances continue to evolve. So it's very important that we continue to do that. And I'll just end with some contact information. So for those of you who have questions regarding our energy efficiency programs, we have a statewide Wise Youth hotline. Please share this with anyone that you know that may have questions or just would like some additional information on the energy efficiency programs offered throughout the state of Connecticut. The number here is 877-WISE Youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Liz, as well. All right. Folks, I'm going to urge you to freshen up your coffee because we have two additional speakers, and you don't want to miss either one of them. So we're going to move on to our friends from Aquarium Water Company. Lucia Texera is with us, Vice President of Administration. Aquarium's been around for a few years. It was founded in 1857. It is the largest investor-owned water utility in New England, serving some 230,000 customer accounts across 60 communities in Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. Lucy, thank you for being with us this morning and for your support.
Oh, thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody. I'm very glad to be here with you today. First of all, can you see my screen?
No.
You can't see?
Hopefully we...
Nope.
Let me try this again. Trying this, it was working before. Okay, let me see if I can do this now. How about now?
Yep, looks good, Lucy.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll start from the beginning here. Thank you so much, Bill and Dan, for organizing this event. I think it's really important for customers to understand what's available to them, and we can't over-communicate on this topic. Aquarion is fully committed to continuing to provide our customers with reliable and high-quality water service during this critical time. In addition, we are ensuring that our service is delivered in the safest manner possible to protect our customers and our employees. As part of that commitment to safety, we have discontinued non-essential work for the time being, and 100% of our administrative staff is working from home, including our call center. Thankfully, we can manage the call center exactly the same way as when they were in the office, with the exception of perhaps some background noises, but I'm sure our customers understand that. With regards to the programs that we're offering, and several of you have mentioned that, we're pretty aligned from a utility perspective on the things that we're doing to help our customers. We have suspended shutoffs for non-payment for all customers, and as well as late fees. Those will be waived during this pandemic and will not be required to be paid, any of the late fees. We're offering flexible payment plans with no down payment for past due amounts, and we've suspended security deposits for new customers. So we will not, and we really never have denied service to any customer who needs water. Some of the things that we are working on right now, actually this week, we're offering them to all customers. We're providing adaptable payment plans for up to 24 months for customers. So regardless of the size of their bill, and they can call us, and the customer can arrange to pay over from 3 months up to 24 months. It will not be based on any financial need. No initial down payment is required. No fees or interest will be charged from the time of the pandemic to the end of the payment plan. we're waiving any fees or interest in the calculation of the monthly payment amount. And a first payment does not have to be made before July 1st. And that's for residents as well as businesses. With regards to programs that we have for our customer assistance programs, our plan has two different components. We have a prevention program, which provides a benefit to customers who may be current with their bill, but know that they're going to have some difficulties in the future in paying their bill. And we will credit that customer with $50, which may seem like a small amount, but the average customer, that equates to about 1.5 months of water usage. And that will be applied to the customer's bill and if it's approved. And then we have an intervention program, and this program provides payment to customers who are behind in their bill and are at risk of being shut off for service. Obviously, we're not shutting anybody off at this time, but the maximum grant is $250 for those customers. Typically in a non-COVID time frame, there are eligibility requirements such as income levels, and specifically our intervention program. Those customers would have to commit to a payment program and paid 4 months of the amount that they have agreed to. We are waiving those requirements at this time, so anyone, irrespective of their income level, are eligible for both of these programs. And in the past, this program was exclusively for residential customers. It did not apply to small businesses. So we have extended these programs to small businesses as well, because we recognize that these small businesses have been severely impacted, and they're really the backbone to economic success and vitality in our communities. So we hope that these programs really can help all of our customers during this difficult time. You may also wonder, the communications that we've done and the outreach. As I said, you can't over communicate regarding the availability of these programs. So we have communicated them in various ways through social media, through customer emails, bill inserts. This information is available on our corporate website. We've communicated directly with town CEOs on a regular basis to ensure that they know that these programs are available in case customers reach out to them. And then we've also included this information on our bills in the insert section of our bill. And our IVR has been updated as well. So when a customer calls in, they will hear, the first thing they'll hear is that we're here to help them, and that these programs are available to assist them when they call us. And we're ready to help. Our water quality professionals, our customer service reps, our field technicians are available 24/7 to assist customers in need. And customers can reach us through our website, as well as the 1-800 number that's listed on this page. And thank you again, Dan and Bill. I'm happy to provide this information to our customers.
Thank you, Lucy, very, very much. Folks, we also have, the Valley happens to be split. We're also proudly served by the Regional Water Authority, which is based in New Haven, that supports our communities, provides quality water services to New Haven County. And though they're not formally on today's program, we'll be sure to share information that RWA is offering its business C&I customers as well as residents as well. So thank you to our friends at RWA, and thank you, Lucy, for your presentation. But to wrap it up, we're going to introduce Kelly Wade Bertucci. Kelly is certainly well known within the chamber world. She served as a former director here at the chamber, and represents as the area manager for external affairs. And Kelly, the screen is now yours. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Well, thanks for having me, Bill. Let's see, I'm just making sure folks can see. Is everyone able to see?
Yeah, you're good, Kelly.
Great, thanks so much. So thank you both so much for inviting me to be a part of this. It's so crucial right now for us to get this information out to customers. And one of the reasons we say that, and I think you can see from the screen, we have seen an incredible increase in the impact to our network. Our core network traffic is up 22%, as well as our wireless voice minutes. And more importantly, our Wi-Fi calling is up 73%. And I think what that does is it speaks to how differently we're all living right now, and more importantly, how important technology is in keeping us all connected. And to that end, our employees have been working very hard to ensure that we are staying connected, both at home, with our businesses, and then also with our hospitals and quarantine centers. So we've been actually working very closely with the state to ensure that we have the appropriate amount of connectivity for everyone that needs it during this time. In terms of the offers that we're providing for customers and employees, consistent with FCC Chairman Pai's Keep Americans Connected pledge, AT&T will continue to support our customers through June 30th of 2020. Residential and small business customers who notify us that they're unable to pay their bills due to disruptions caused by the coronavirus pandemic, we'll see that we will, number one, not terminate any postpaid wireless, home phone, broadband, residential, or small business accounts. We will waive any late payment fees for those accounts, including UVerse TV or DirecTV customers. We obviously don't have UVerse TV here in Connecticut, but for our DirecTV customers, that would be available. We are waiving our domestic postpaid wireless plan overage charges. And we are also making sure that we're keeping all of our public Wi-Fi spots open and available to any customer. It does not have to be an AT&T customer. Any customer would be able to have access to that. If you find yourself in financial trouble and are unable to pay your bill, we're here to help. And what we would like you to do is just give us a call. You can reach us at 800-288-2020, or you can also dial 611 from your AT&T device. In addition to that, we do have a number of solutions and special offers for businesses that may need to add something to their existing account. And you can also call into those numbers and be connected with one of our business solutions specialists. So we can craft something that's going to help you alter your technology needs during this time. In addition, we're providing a lot of other relief within the community. We have extended unlimited home internet to our fixed wireless customers. They can use unlimited internet data through June 30th. We're automatically increasing the mobile hotspot data plans by 15 gigabits a month for each line. And that would mean that, for example, if you have our unlimited elite, you'd automatically get a 45 gigabit a month tethering per line. We've also created a $10 million distance learning and family connections fund to give parents and students and teachers access to tools for at-home learning, with our first contribution of $1 million going to Khan Academy. We are also underwriting expenses for a one-stop resource center to support e-learning days from the State Educational Technology Directors Association. So that's going to allow for increased virtual learning due to COVID-19. We're also redirecting some of our resources to provide communication services and tools to our first responders. We've committed $5.5 million to provide nourishing meals for first responders, medical personnel, and others who are impacted by COVID-19. And we're also have announced 3 months of free wireless service to our frontline nurses, physicians nationwide on the FirstNet network. I'd also like to point out that we have extended offers to military families to ensure that they're staying connected during this difficult time. And we are also offering businesses, universities, and schools the ability to keep their teams and classrooms connected with conference calling and video conferencing through Cisco WebEx meetings with AT&T for 90 days. In terms of our retail stores, obviously our concern is to ensure the safety of both our employees as well as our customers. And so we are following all state guidelines. We are limiting the number of customers that are allowed in the stores, and then certainly taking extra cleaning and social distancing precautions. We have closed some stores during this. We've basically kept that to at least one retail location open within a 20-mile radius. And we currently have altered hours. So we're basically open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but we are closed on Sunday. We also offer curbside pickup, which means if you did need something, you can contact the store. They will have everything ready for you, and you can pull up outside the store and someone will bring that out to you. You can find out what stores we have open currently by visiting att.com/stores. And then finally, we've dedicated a website to all of our updates around relief resources, and you can find that at about.att.com /pages/COVID-19. But certainly, you know, if you just go to the att.com website, you're able to basically find just about anything you need. And with that, we just wish everyone stay safe, stay at home if you can. And we thank you so much for inviting us here this morning to share this information.
That's great. Thank you very much, Kelly, and thank you to all the speakers. Dan, I'm going to turn it back to you if there are questions in the chat, but first I want to just remind the audience as well as the speakers that this was recorded this morning and will be shared subsequent to today's program with our members, and I'm sure Dan and Kate will do the same. And we will submit it to the Library of Congress, of course. So those that were not able to participate will have access to this information as well. So Dan, I'm going to turn it back to you if there were some questions and then maybe some closing comments on your behalf and me as well.
Yeah, no, excellent. So we did have one question. You answered one of them already, Bill. Thank you in terms of making the recording available for everyone. We did have one question from Fred asking about has UI or Eversource seen an increase in migration of customers from third-party suppliers back over to the utility services? And then there's a second part to that question. If you have seen a shift, has there been a pronounced segment that's been highlighted? You know, has it been residential, primarily residential folks, or commercial folks, or more industrial or municipal? So I'll leave that open to Sam and yeah, my great folks.
Yeah.
Ted, do you have more of an answer to this?
Sorry.
Can't quite hear you, Ted.
I actually was going to say that
this is Samantha. I personally haven't heard of anything, any increase of customers switching back to Eversource, but I can definitely look into that, and I can provide that answer to Bill and Dan if that works.
Certainly. Yeah, we can share that information. Absolutely. Thank you, Samantha. Ted, did you want to add something in there? I know you, it sounded like you were coming in right at the end there.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I similar would have to get back to you and provide some information.
Yep. You're cutting out on us again, Ted. I apologize. Looks like we're losing Ted. Ted, it sounds like you're going to provide some follow-up information as well, which is fine. So Bill and I can coordinate that with you and Samantha and get some of that information out to the folks to get more details on that. So I appreciate the attempt to respond there, Ted. Thank you very much. Other than AT&T, here's another question here. Other than AT&T, have any of the utilities seen an increase in usage? And if not, of course, the follow-up question is can they can we expect to see the decrease in usage impact future rates?
This is Samantha again. I don't have specific details, but there definitely has been an increase in residential customer usage. In regards to a decrease in future rates, I'd have to speak with our regulatory team to see if there's anything, but I'm not aware of any changes in that.
Yeah, I probably could have answered that question with all my kids home and me home in terms of usage. I saw my last film, like, holy cannoli, let's all go outside and do work instead. Thanks, Samantha. I appreciate that.
This is our start of our busy season, so people are using water more for outdoor water usage. With being home, I'm sure that people want to have a green grass as they're looking at it much more frequently. And that's why it's really important for us to kind of take a look at some of the non-essential work that we put off and start to work on that in order to minimize disruptions or discoloration for our customers. For things like flushing of mains, we do that so that discoloration does not occur. And we put it off during this pandemic, but we're going to have to start doing that now so that it becomes less impactful for the broader group of customers, making sure they have clean water.
Thank you, Lucy. Okay.
I just want to mention, I just received a text from Ted, who is obviously having a connection issue, but he did say that UI is observing a similar trend to Eversource in terms of increased consumption on the residential side. So I'm sure we'll have a lot more information to come on that as time passes and we have the ability to conduct a full-blown analysis.
Great. Thank you, Ted and Liz. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We don't have any other questions in the queue here. We're about 4 minutes to the hour. So I will just like to, again, thank everyone for not only joining the call, but for our panelists. I know we're all very busy in our respective organizations, and providing this information is obviously valuable for all of us. And I just, one thing I noticed with all the slides and all the organizations on the call, it's, really all of you should be commended for what you're doing for the community. Where Bill and I sit, we kind of see the nexus of all this stuff with our business owners and our membership in the community. And we truly are all in this together. And it's just so nice to see you folks contributing back, whether it's through relief funds or the deferral of payments. And it goes such a long way. It's goodwill, but it's the right thing to do at this time, I think, too. So I thank you all for what your organizations are doing to help the business community during this time. So thank you again. And with that, I'll pass it up to Bill to wrap up. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you, Dan, and thank you to Kate and Nancy from my team for helping to organize today's program. Special thanks to you, Ted, to Samantha, to Liz, to Lucy, and to Kelly Wade. We're going to give you a virtual round of applause for your presentations. It was very, very well done this morning. Just to close, as we're literally coming up to the 11th hour, today's announcement is the delivery of a significant inventory of PPE into the state from China through various sources. So that's certainly a positive development for our frontline caregivers as well as business. So watch for that. I know that Dan, you have, as we have, shared guidance about the guidelines for reopening that were released last Saturday by the governor and the DECD commissioner, David Lehman. So those have gone out from both of our chambers, and we will keep you apprised as additional information is scheduled to come out this Friday, the 15th as well, for phase 1 guidelines for those non-essential businesses to date that have been largely shuttered. So once again, we will say thank you very much to all the speakers. This will once again be posted on both of our websites, and I want to wish you all enjoy this beautiful spring day, and the spring weekend that's about to be upon us. Thank you all. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for your time again. Appreciate it. Be well.
Thank you.
Take care.